All right, and we're recording. We're not live. It's Thursday night. Um, we've got some stuff in the morning, so we're putting this one in the can early. And
Yeah, it's my fault. I'm a total Rihanna song. You know, work, 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 work.
I'm not familiar with Rihanna's song.
Oh, I,
What
I really thought that was going to get a "Don't ever make that noise again."
what is a Rihanna song?
Well, dude, she's been a singer for like.
Okay, so we're doing Firearms Friday today. Um, okay, we're gonna approach this one with a little less levity than we tend to, because we have we have a DRT, and this is 7 or 8 weeks in a row.
I
Cameron.
believe it. I believe it's 8 weeks in a row now.
Okay. Um, but this isn't just some bad guy got greased doing some bad stuff. This is 3 kids, and it happened right in my backyard. I mean, not quite right in my backyard, but a couple of blocks away from my house here in Conyers. Um,
Happened in the town we both grew up in.
yeah. Um, in the town we both survived a school shooting in. A school shooting, which I might add, much like this particular instance, could not have been prevented by any law. So let's look at the stories. Um, 3 young men, and okay, to be clear, a few of their names have been released. I'm not going to say their names on the air, and I don't believe that to to date, I don't think they've released the name of the homeowner. Um, but 3 masked teens shot outside Conyers' home. Sheriff says the you know what? I'm gonna click off the article because, like I said, I don't wanna share names. Um, but several articles about it, and here's what we know, and we know enough to have a little bit of a conversation about the world and things that happen in it. So early in the morning, Monday morning, in fact, right around the time we were doing Me More Monday, three three boys, 16, 16, and 15, tried to rob uh, 3 people in the front yard and at their house. Um, and one of the boys had a gun and fired a shot at the homeowner. The homeowner returned fire. He killed one of them. One of them died on the scene, and the other 2 expired in the hospital from their injuries. The boys had a handgun. Now, the sheriff says they recovered 2 firearms at the scene. So that's going to be the homeowner's gun and the attacker's gun. 2 16-year-olds and a 15-year-old. Here's the thing. I hate that this happened. My condolences go out to uh, the mother, I assume. This is, yeah, it's tragic. It is. It's a tragedy. And it's a tragedy which was avoidable. And the way that you avoid a tragedy like this is not by passing gun laws, which are not going to prevent people who are already not allowed to have the firearms. Okay? 3 boys under the age of 21 with a handgun. The law that says they can't do this already exists. So before they even attempted to murder this poor man in front of his home at 4 o'clock in the morning, they were already in stark violation of the law. And of course, we've had statements from some people who say they're related to one of the deceased, and it's all that. Well, they didn't have to kill him. Well, I can understand maybe firing one time. No, the homeowner had to kill these 3 boys because they opened fire first, and once they opened fire, tragedy or not, the fact of the matter is that once 3 masked assailants, okay, we're talking about 3 man-shaped creatures with a firearm wearing masks. So the homeowner's got no idea how old these boys are. All he knows is that 3 men wearing masks are shooting bullets at him in his yard in the dark in the early morning hours. And he returned fire. He did the right thing. Because if you're faced with any number of assailants and one of them is armed, if you do not assume, once you know that one of them is armed, if you do not assume that they're all armed, it's your funeral, buddy.
Yes. Yes, and like you pointed out, I mean, just picture it. Just picture it. It's whatever time it was. Some of the details of the story are kind of fuzzy, and we're deliberately trying to withhold the names of the minors because they are minors. So we're not going to go into the same amount of detail that we normally go into on this. But picture it. I don't know. Let's pick a time. Let's say it's 6 a.m. You're standing out front. You're having a cup of coffee, smoking a cigarette, thinking about your day. You're going to go to work. And suddenly, over the hill, 3 masked individuals come walking up to you. I think we can assume that they threatened the homeowner. It appears as though they fired a warning shot. And well, what do you do? How terrified are you? In fact, there were other people in the house. So this homeowner wasn't just defending himself. He wasn't just defending his property. He was defending his kin.
Yeah, and there's some mixed reporting on that. Some of the reports say there were 2 other people in the house, and some of the reports say there were 2 other people in the front yard with him when it happened. I haven't been able to nail that down with any certainty because, like I said, there are several between AJC, 11 Alive, Rockdale Newton, Citizen, WSB, and a couple of others. I've probably read a dozen articles, and it's pretty mixed on that. And shame on you, reporting agencies. Conyers shooting 3 teens killed by resident. Oh? Some guy just up and killed 3 teens? Is that what happened? No, that's not what happened.
Yeah, let's just take the knife
men
and
in
twist
masks attempted to murder a man, and he defended himself. One of 3 teens killed in alleged Conyers robbery. Who was robbing whom? Conyers shooting 3 teens killed by resident. Again, that's just a copy-paste headline there. You're 3 articles down to the AJC before Rockdale homeowner killed 3 masked teens.
And even that still has to include the teens.
Well, killed 3 masked teens. Okay, what happened? Were there 3 kids wearing masks and he just shot them because they were scary? They were armed and they fired first. And then even after that, it goes on and on. 3 dead in separate shootings, and there's a kid laying dead in my yard. Okay, yeah, 3 masked teens. This is from that too. There's a young man laying dead on my lawn. Wow, that's now. All right, we're already 9 minutes in.
Okay.
If you don't want to get shot, if your objective is not to get shot and killed, I would recommend not robbing people at gunpoint.
Yep. Look, I'm going to jump in with both feet here.
Go for it.
These three dead children, this is the price of your welfare state. This is the price of your fatherless society. This is what happens after decades of patriarchy bullshit where we don't have God. The state is now God. We don't need dad. The state is now dad. I looked up some statistics because I didn't want to just go off half-cocked. Not only do organizations across the board, even liberal organizations like the Huffington Post, readily acknowledge that absentee fathers are the thing that make the children more likely to engage in juvenile delinquency. But there's a whole host of things, and I don't mean a widowed father. I'm a widow situation where the dad dies. I don't mean divorce where the dad gets the kids every other weekend. No, I mean the thing where the father is not consistently part of the child's life. That's not just juvenile delinquency. It directly correlates with additional childhood abuse. It directly correlates with poor performance in school. It directly correlates with obesity. So seriously, not having a dad is probably the single worst thing that can be done to a child's being brought up in the world. And as you chew into these articles and you read them, you find out something that's especially twisted. At least two of these boys were siblings, but they don't have the same last name. Nope. No, they don't. And I think it's a very small leap in logic to realize there was not a whole lot of dad in their lives. So what killed these boys? Well, they made an extremely stupid decision. That's part of it. But another thing that killed them, they didn't have a dad. They did not have, I mean, sure, they had a biological father, obviously, but they didn't have a dad. I think about myself at 15, 16 years old. I was trying to get laid at 16. I was trying to coast my way through my classes at 16. I was trying to work my shitty job at McDonald's and pay my car payment at 16. The concept of getting together with my younger brother and one of our buddies or cousins or whatever, it's still not entirely clear. I was like, hey, I know what. We'll go rob a dude. We will illegally acquire a firearm and go rob somebody. About the only thing I acquired illegally when I was 16 was stuff like this right here. But I had a dad. And while he was not perfect, and my parents were divorced, and there were some hard times in my life, I had a dad who was part of my life. And I submit to any of you, you really want to know what's sad here? These kids would be alive if they had a dad.
Yeah. Um, and frankly, I don't have much more to say on it. Don't rob people in the middle of the night, and your chances of getting shot in the front yard dramatically and rapidly approach zero.
Yeah, I mean, violence begets violence, and this was violent. And the whole thing with a warning shot, or ooh, maybe they could have fired a warning shot in return, or whatever. No, no. Y'all have seen too many cute episodes of Star Trek where Jean-Luc Picard's like, Mr. Wolf, fire a warning shot. No, that's not how it works. Don't ever fire a warning shot at me, because I will heed your warning. I will take it to heart, and it will quicken. I will believe that you intend to threaten me.
Yeah.
So as sad as this one is, that's 8 weeks in a row of DRT, good guy with a gun saves the day, but this one's a pretty bitter pill to swallow.
Now, there's a fair argument to be made that these are three boys. My suspicion is, I mean, you talk about three kids with a gun, three kids too young to own a handgun, and it was a handgun. Um, as are the vast majority of guns used in crimes, uh, no matter what Beto wants to say about the scary black AR. Um, they cannot have acquired the firearm lawfully.
Yeah, they
So
either stole it or they
right.
purchased it from somebody who stole it. Like, those are the only two options.
Yeah. So all right, look, I'm exhausted too. It's been a long damn day, and this has been a hard one to talk about. So I really don't have anything else to cover right now.
Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. And if you'll allow me, put the button on it. Man the hell up. Take care of your kids.
Yeah, raise your babies, man. Damn, how fucking
It's
hard is
it's
that? Raise your
it's fun.
babies.
Oh, your baby mama crazy? Hey, newsflash. I got a baby mama. Sometimes she crazy. But you know what I do? I
Dear God,
spend the time with my children. I do it because they're my children.
join us again tomorrow or on Monday rather. I guess this is the last one for the week. Join us again on Monday when Cameron has found his verbs. She
Okay.
crazy, like a
Hey,
verb bigot.
look, I'm just trying to make the point. Just trying to make the point, man. It's not worth it.